All right. Yeah. So once again, good morning, everyone, no, and welcome to our first lecture on the subject, entrep behavior or entrepreneurial behavior, no? Which is, um, katulad nung ano, no, ng sinabi ko sa orientation, if you had watched that, that this subject, no, is another level of the entrepreneurship that we all know, all the entrepreneurship that you have learned, no, in your senior high school days. No, kasi basically, now, when we talk about entrepreneurship, no, many of you might think of the famous entrepreneurs, no, like Elon Musk with Tesla and SpaceX, or Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook, or here in the Philippines. Now you might be thinking of the famous entrepreneurs like Tony Tan Caktiong of Jollibee, no? And while those people are indeed powerful examples, no, but kapag sinabi kasi nating entrepreneurship, this is not just about being a billionaire or creating global corporations or starting up a successful business, no? So entrepreneurship at its core, no, is about a certain way of thinking or behaving, no? So kung paano dapat nag-iisip or kung paano dapat nagre-respond sa isang entrepreneur. No, that's why the subject is not titled simply entrepreneurship but entrepreneurial behavior, no? Which is katulad ng sinabi ko dun sa orientation, no, the focus here is not only on business, not only on business plans or business strategies, but on the human side, or on how entrepreneurs behave or think, or how aspiring entrepreneurs should think and should behave. No, yung attitude dapat, kung ano dapat yung attitude ng entrepreneurs, ano yung actions nila, ano yung traits nila, and even the mindset, no, that makes someone entrepreneurial, no? So whether you dream of starting your own business someday, or you want to be an innovative leader in an organization, or even if you just want to approach life now with more initiative and courage, no? So basically, that's what we are going to talk about in this subject, no, for this semester. No, because entrepreneurial behavior, once again, is not confined, no, to business alone. No, it is a mindset that you can apply to your career, to even to your community, and to your personal goals. Okay? Let's go with the next slide, please. Ayan, no? So, let's start with a question. No, why do we need to study entrepreneurial behavior? Or why study entrep behavior? No, kasi possible some of you may be thinking, sir, bakit kailangan namin itong pag-aralan? Sir, if I just want to put up a small business in the future, maybe a sari-sari store or an online shop or a food stall, do I really need to understand theories of behavior? Can't I just go out there and sell? No, sir, kasi kung magbi-business ako, magtatayo lang naman ako ng online shop, bakit kailangan ko pang intindihin yung theories or yung behavior? No? Although that's a fair question, but here's my answer. Yes, you can start a business without studying entrepreneurial behavior, and many people do. But the difference between those who start and fail and those who start and succeed often lies not on the product, not in the money, not even in the timing. No, it lies in the person behind that venture. It lies in the behavior, no? So yung successful na business, hindi lang siya nakadepende dun sa product or service na binibenta mo, hindi lang siya nakasalalay dun sa investment or dun sa pera na meron ka. Not only even in the timing. Okay? The success of the business lies behind the behavior of the entrepreneur. Okay? Kasi kung gagamitan natin ng example, for example, two people can open the exact same type of business. No, in the same location, kunwari meron dalawang tao na nag-open or dalawang businessman na nag-open ng parehong business sa isang location. Okay? Yung isa, naging successful. Yung isa, nag-shutdown after 6 months. And ano kaya yung possible na reason? Kadalasan, it's because one person had the ability to adapt, to take calculated risks, to innovate, and to persist through challenges, while the other businessman hindi siya nagte-take ng calculated risk, hindi siya nag-innovate at hindi siya nagpe-persist through challenges. No? So that's kahit sabihin pa natin na parehas yung business nila, nasa isang location sila, pero yung isa, meron siyang entrepreneurial behavior, meron siyang entrepreneurial mindset, yung businessman na yun yung possible na magsasucceed. At yung isa na hindi na walang entrepreneurial behavior, walang entrepreneurial mindset, kahit isa lang yung business na ino-offer at you are on the same location, there's a possibility that you will really fail. No? Even in the corporate world, sabihin na natin, for example, may two employees may face the same workload. One simply follows instructions and waits for the direction, while the other takes initiative, no, finds better ways of doing things, and even proposes new ideas. So that second employee is displaying entrepreneurial behavior, and that's make them far more valuable for the company. No? So studying entrep behavior is about building the foundation for success, no, not only in business, but in life. Okay? So let's now start no by defining what is entrepreneurial behavior. Okay? Can we go to the next slide, please? Ayan, no? So pag sinabi natin entrepreneurial behavior, no, we define it as, or entrepreneurial behavior refers to the actions, to the attributes, and mindsets exhibited by individuals who engage in entrepreneurial activities, no? So that's how we basically define entrep behavior, no? And if you notice in that definition, I highlight the three words, the actions, the attributes, and the mindsets. Okay? Because when we talk about entrepreneurial behavior, now we are not simply talking about starting a business or owning a company. We are talking about a way of acting, a way of thinking, and a way of responding to the world around us. No, so that's the reason why I intentionally highlight no that words, actions, attributes, and mindsets. Because when we talk about entrepreneurial behavior, we're basically talking about that behavior. No, so at its core, kapag sinabi nating entrepreneurial behavior, once again, it refers to the actions, it refers to the attributes and mindset exhibited by individuals who engage in entrepreneurial activities. Okay? That might sound simple on paper, but if we break it down, you'll realize that these three, no, the actions, the attributes, and the mindsets are the foundation of what separates an entrepreneurial person from someone who is simply doing business. Kasi magkaiba po yun, no? Nagkaiba yung businessman na nagbi-business ka lang without you having the entrepreneurial behavior. And katulad ng example ko kanina, if you are just a businessman who simply is just doing a business without having the entrepreneurial behavior, without these actions, without these attributes, without this mindset, there's a large possibility that you will fail in doing that business. No? So isa-isahin natin. Now, why these three words, the actions, the attributes, and mindsets play an important part in entrepreneurial behavior. No? So let's start with the first one, which is the action. Let's go with the next slide. Okay. So the first one, the action, or entrepreneurial actions. So this basically answer the questions, what do entrepreneurs do? No? So actions, what do entrepreneurs do? They take risks, they innovate, they solve problems. Their behavior is seen not only in their ideas, but in the actions they take. Okay? If I'm going to ask you a question, now, how many of you had a business idea before? Sino dito yung before nakapag-isip ka na magtayo ng business or nakapag nagkaroon ka na ng idea na you wanted to start up a business and this is what you wanted to offer? Sino dito yung meron ng ganong experience before? Can you click the thumbs up button if you are that person? Ayan, mga mangilan-ngilan, dalawa lang, dalawa lang, dalawa lang yung nakikita ko, no? Yeah, maybe you thought of selling something, you thought of starting a food business, or maybe creating an app, or maybe just something simply like selling snacks before break, no? Um, Although dalawa lang yung nakita ko and the rest parang wala pa silang naging ganong experience, but that's also fine, no? But um here's the important thing. Having an idea is not enough, no, for those na nag-isip na magbenta before, no? Having an idea is not enough because entrepreneurship begins when you actually take action. Okay? No, ideas are everywhere. No, you can think of 10 business ideas right now. Kung pag-iisipin ko kayo ngayon actually na ano, no? For example, magbe-business kayo or magbebenta kayo, kunwari, ano yung ibebenta nyo? No? There's a possibility that you can think of a lot of ideas, no, that you wanted to sell, no? You can think of more than 10 actually, more than 10 business ideas right now, no, while you are listening in this lecture. But unless you act on it, it remains only in your head. And in business, ideas that are not executed are just dreams that eventually disappear. No, kaya importante itong first part, no, ng definition ng entrep behavior is an entrepreneur should have action. No? Entrepreneurs are people of action. No, hindi sila yung tipong puro drawing lang or puro idea lang or hanggang nasa isip lang nila yung ideas nila. No, entrepreneurs, they do things, they make things happen. Okay? So, which is kung ano no, kung isa-search niyo yung pinaka root word or pinaka meaning ng word na entrepreneur. No, yung word na entrepreneur, it comes from the French word na entreprendre. You can just look it up sa Google. No, and that French word na pinagmula ng entrepreneur, it means to undertake or to do something. No? Kaya kung wala kang action, may business ideas ka, meron ka mga naisip na gusto mong gawing business pero hanggang idea lang yon, you cannot call yourself entrepreneurial because the first verb or the first action word, no, in the entrep behavior is action, no? Kaya isipin mo, kung for example, you wanted to be an entrepreneur someday or you wanted to start a business pero hanggang idea ka lang, kung puro plano lang and walang action, you cannot call yourself entrepreneurial. No, because ideas are important. No, yes, creativity is important, but without the willingness to act, ideas remain dreams. And dreams, if not acted upon, eventually fade away. No? So kung may plano kayo that someday, you wanted to be an entrepreneur or you wanted to do business, may mga naisip kayong ideas, it's important na yung ideas nyo na yun, you take risks, you innovate, and you solve problems, no? Because yun yung pinaka first step in order for you to become an entrepreneur, no? And dyan sa definition na yan ng action, na meron tayong naka-bold dyan, no, na entrepreneurs take risks, they innovate, they solve problems. No? So isa-isahin natin. Unahin natin yung risk-taking. Ang isa sa action na ginagawa ng mga entrepreneurs is they take risks. Okay? One of the most common actions that entrepreneurs take is risk-taking. Okay? When we say risk, no, what comes to your mind when we say risk? Anyone? Kapag sinabi nating risk, ano yung idea nyo? Ano yung pumapasok sa inyo kapag sinabi nating risk?
Kumbaga po
Let me
sir,
call on... Sige, Marty, go ahead.
siguro po sir, pag it can be related sa pagsusugal, parang it is part of the decision making that can
Mhm.
create an impact. Ano po?
Okay, thank you so much. According to Arian, 50-50 possibility of failure or success. Okay, good. What else? Uh, Mariel, for you, what do we mean when we say risk?
Rinig po ba ako, sir?
Yep.
Ang gagawin mo po siya kahit manalo or matalo or magawa. Ganun po.
Okay, manalo or matalo, no? Well, actually, all of what you said are all true, no? But if we're going to summarize all of your answers, okay? Kapag sinabi nating risk, um, or some of you might think risk about danger or uncertainty or losing money, and that's partly correct, no? Because starting a business involves risk because you can never be 100% sure of the outcome, no? And let's clarify. no? Pag sinabi nating risk in entrepreneurial behavior, hindi ito reckless risk-taking ha. Hindi ito yung bahala na si Batman type. Ito yung tinatawag natin na calculated risk-taking. Okay, so what does that mean? No, magkaiba kasi yung tinatawag natin na reckless risk-taking and calculated na risk-taking. Okay? Pag sinabi natin in entrep behavior, mas importante yung tinatawag natin na calculated risk-taking. No? And what does it mean? No? It means that you weigh the pros and cons, you study the opportunity, and you assess the possible outcomes. And then, even if it's not guaranteed, you still act because you know that without risk, there is no reward. Okay? So, let me give you an example. Now, for example, imagine you decide to put up a small food stall. Kunwari, sa iTech, no? You use your allowance savings. Let's say meron kang 2,000 pesos to buy the ingredients and materials. You're taking a risk, right? Uh, because you don't know if you'll sell out or if your food will appeal to people or magiging mabenta ba siya. No, but maybe students will buy from you, maybe they won't. But you're not paralyzed by that uncertainty, you still act. No? On the other hand, imagine, kunwari someone who has also the same idea but never takes action, they just keep saying na, ay, baka malugi lang or uh, baka baka hindi siya maging mabenta or baka hindi siya maging successful, no? Um, or what if people don't like it? No, they keep thinking but they never act. No, so at the end of the day, sino yung may chance to succeed? The one who actually tried. No, so yun yung tinatawag natin na calculated risk taking as part of the action that entrepreneurs do. No, so that is the difference between a dreamer or of that person who wanted to start a business pero hindi sila nag-act and an entrepreneur who really take action. Okay? Which is pwede natin gamitin example si Elon Musk, no? For sure you are all familiar who Elon Musk is, no? Elon Musk, he invested billions into building rockets, no, under SpaceX. No, when most of them exploded during testing. And people thought he was crazy kasi sino nga ba naman yung mag-iisip na may possibility na alam mo yun yung sa rocket sa SpaceX, 'di ba? But he wasn't reckless. He had a vision and he calculated that risk. No, so today SpaceX is one of the most successful na private space companies in history, no, with NASA as their partner. Okay? So even in the Philippines, no, meron tayong mga examples ng mga entrepreneurs who take risks and we can use Tony Tan Kak Chong. Kung hindi nyo pa kilala si Tony Tan Kak Chong, he is the founder of Jollibee, no, which is Jollibee started from his ice cream business. No, so Tony Tan Kak Chong, he risked his ice cream business no, by switching to offering hot meals no, when he noticed that the customer demand for that. No? That was not an easy decision because he could have lost everything, but because he took that calculated risk, no, Jollibee become the number one fast food chain ngayon. No? So kung hindi nag-take ng calculated risk si Tony Kakchong, baka ice cream, ano pa lang siya, ice cream business pa din siya hanggang ngayon. No? So, risk-taking does not mean you jump without thinking. No, it means you think, you prepare, and you jump anyway. No, because without that step, you'll never know what's possible. No, so yun yung tinatawag natin or yun yung isa sa action no ng entrepreneurs. So they take calculated risk, not reckless risk taking kasi magkaiba yon, which is kadalasan kasi ang ginagawa ng iba. Kasi sabi ni sir, pag magbi-business ka, kailangan mo mag-take ng risk. Pero what if yung risk na tinake mo, it's just a reckless risk taking. No? Hindi siya yung calculated na pinag-aralan mong mabuti, na ito yung mga possibilities at ito yung 50% chance of winning, ito yung 50% chance of losing, but since there's still a percentage of winning, you take that calculated risk. Okay? Questions? Clarifications? Clear? Okay. No? So after that risk-taking, another action na ginagawa ng mga entrepreneurs is innovation. Okay? So innovation sounds like a big word, and some of you might imagine inventors in labs, no, creating new technologies. And yes, that's one form of innovation, but in entrepreneurship, kapag sinabi nating innovation, it can also be a small practical improvements, no, that make a product or that make a service more valuable. Okay? Gamitin nating example yung Mang Inasal. Okay? Mang Inasal is offering barbecue and rice or yung pagbebenta ng barbecue and rice is not something na bago, no, in the Philippines. Every town had ihaw-ihaw stalls, but what made Mang Inasal different is their only rice concept, no? So the only rice concept actually started with Mang Inasal because 'di ba Filipinos love rice, and Mang Inasal lead into that cultural insight na tayo mahilig kasi tayo sa kanin. Malakas tayong kumain ng kanin, and that cultural insight make the difference for Mang Inasal. That small twist now made a huge difference for Mang Inasal because it turned a regular grilled chicken business into one of the fastest growing food chains in the country. No? So innovation is not always about inventing something brand new. Now, sometimes pag sinabi nating innovation, it's about making something better or making something cheaper or making something faster or even offering more convenience rather, no? So, kung ilalagay natin sa level nyo as a students, no, imagine you want to sell sandwich on iTech kunwari. And if you sell the same sandwiches that everyone else is selling, nothing makes you stand out, no? But what if you try something different? Maybe you use healthier bread, or you offer buy one take one promo, or you offer yung mga unique na palaman na pag binenta mo magiging mabenta ka, kumbaga parang, or uh, for example, meron ka mga improvements dun sa sandwich na ibebenta mo na hindi pa na bibenta ng iba. That's innovation. No, it doesn't have to be big, but it makes your product more attractive. Okay? Which is another example, di ba, during the pandemic, nung pandemic, maraming mga local sari-sari stores, they started offering services like bills payment or load wallet or GCash, cash in and cash out. That's also an innovation, no? Because they saw a need, no, that people wanted convenience without traveling to payment centers, and they acted on it, no? So because they acted on it, they innovated on it, then we can say that they have that entrepreneurial behavior because they take that action, no? So remember, pag sinabi nating innovation, it's not just about being innovation is not about being genius or about being it's innovation is about being observant, no? Na kung saan if you just look around you, or you just being observant what are people struggling with, or what do they wish was easier, no? And tayo as entrepreneurs innovate by spotting those needs and spotting those adjustment na possible na kailangan, and from that adjustment, from that needs, we can definitely, offer products and services accordingly. Okay? So that's the second action. As an entrepreneur, you innovate, no? And the third action that entrepreneurs do is they solve problems, or the problem solving. Okay? Because entrepreneurs are problem solvers. And this is one of the most exciting things about entrepreneurship, because at its core, every business exists to solve a problem. No, kaya may mga business, kaya may mga product na ino-offer, may mga service na ino-offer, because basically, yung mga entrepreneurs who started that business, they saw a problem, and that is the solution that they wanted to offer. Kaya sinasabi natin that entrepreneurs are problem solvers. Okay? And kasi if there's a problem, no, for entrepreneurs, if there's a problem, there's a business opportunity for us. No, and if there's no problem, there's no business opportunity for entrepreneurs. No? Let's take Grab or Angkas for example. Kasi ang before, nung wala pang Angkas, nung wala pang Grab, aware naman tayo kung gaano ka-traffic. Even nga ngayon, no, traffic pa rin yung isa sa problem natin. The traffic and the unreliable transportation, no? So, because of that problem, people needed faster, safer, or more convenient rides. No? So, the solution, yung application-based and on-demand transportation services, no? So, that's why it gives rise to Grab, it gives rise to Angkas and other ride-hailing apps, no? So that is entrepreneurship, turning a social problem into a business opportunity. Okay? Um, let's take another example, yung GCash, no? Ano yung problem before nung wala pang GCash? Maraming Pilipino, maraming tao, they don't have bank accounts or they don't have credit cards. No? What is the solution that the entrepreneurs offer? A mobile wallet that allows people to pay bills, to transfer money, and even to buy load using just their phones. No? And that solves a real problem and it created a huge value. No? So even small businesses are rooted in problem solving. Okay? For example, kunwari sa mga, ano ba mga example natin? Kunwari sa mga communities where laundry shops are far away, no? So entrepreneurs put up yung mga self-service washing stations, no? Uh, no, so yun yung ano, no? Yun yung isa sa action na dapat na meron no? Or dapat na ginagawa yung mga entrepreneurs. They solve problems. Okay? And as entrepreneurs, uh, when others complain about problems, yun yung opportunity for us to offer a solution, and that's an opportunity for us to have a product or to have a service that we can offer. No? So, uh, if you want to be entrepreneurs class, no, when you see a problem, do you stop at complaining or do you start thinking of solutions? No, so tayo kung if we want to be entrepreneurs kapag may makita tayo mga problems, instead of complaining, let's start of thinking of possible solutions. And that solution, no, it could be possible business opportunities for us. Okay? Then aside from taking risks, aside from innovation, aside from solving problem, um last entrepreneurial action is being visible, no? Being seen. Because, you can always tell who's entrepreneurial not by their ideas, but their actions. Okay? For instance, let's say for example, there are two students. Kunwari, meron sa inyong dalawa na both have an idea for an online business selling accessories. Kunwari si student 1 keeps talking about it na may plano ako mag-start ng business, may plano ako na magbenta ng ganito, pero hindi siya nagsisimula. And si student B, na talagang actually nag-open siya ng Shopee account, nag-post siya ng picture and makes a few sales. No, so sino dun sa dalawa na yun yung entrepreneur? Yung student A na he just keep on talking about the plan that he wanted to start a business, he wanted to do this, he wanted to do that, but he never starts. Or that student B na kahit hindi niya sabihin, he just open an account, he posts pictures, and from that pictures or he market that business or yeah, he market, oh guys, meron kayo akong Facebook page, paki-like naman or baka may gustong bumili. So dun sa dalawang example na yun, sino yung masasabi natin na entrepreneurs? Entrepreneur rather. Malinaw naman ako, no? Hindi naman maingay sa background. Okay, so from that example, sino dun yung masasabi nating ano? Sino dun yung masasabi nating entrepreneur? Student 1 or student 2?
Student po.
Student 2, why?
Kasi po, as you've said kanina po, yung totoong entrepreneur po, sila po yung nagtitake ng action, hindi lang po yung basta-basta nag-dream po.
Alright, exactly. No? So, that's the first lesson. If you wanted to be an entrepreneur, take action. Hindi puro idea lang, hindi puro business lang. Okay? Okay, no? So, from that example, no, we can definitely say that action is visible. It should be visible. Kahit maliit lang, no, like starting an online shop on Facebook or experimenting with a new product or joining a competition with your prototype, no? So those actions show that you're not just dreaming, na hindi ka nag-iisip lang, hindi ka nagpaplano ka lang, but you're actually doing. You're starting to take action, no? So that's why in entrepreneurship, it's not enough to keep ideas for yourself. You have to test, you have to try, and you have to act. No? And even in failure, kasi hindi maiwasan that when you start acting, you will experience failure. No? And even in failure, action teaches you more than endless planning ever will. No? So you learn what works and what doesn't work. You learn customers' preferences, you learn resilience, and eventually those small visible actions add up to big successes. No? So let's say for example, you started doing an action of starting a business, tapos you experience failure, that's fine. That's fine. That's okay because it's part of your experience. And hindi porket nag-fail ka sa first action na ginawa mo, di ka na magta-try ulit. And dun ulit tayo babalik sa other action that entrepreneurs are doing. You should take risks, you should innovate, and you should offer another solution to solve a problem. No? And it's a process. It's a step by step na process na hindi yung nag-take action ka nga and you fail, stop ka na. And kapag nag-stop ka kagad, definitely you will not experience success in business. No? So in entrepreneurship, uh, in taking action, it's normal that you will experience failure. But in that failure, if you use that failure for you to learn more, for you to improve more, for you to be more resilient, then eventually that small visible actions na ginawa mo, it can add up to your possible big success in the future. And pwede natin gamitin si Henry C as an example. No, if you know the story of Henry C, no, people saw his action. Henry C started with a small shoe store, no? Malit na ano lang 'yun. Kumbaga parang nasa tabi lang siya ng establishment, no? Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, kung tama yung memory ko, that's yung reason kung bakit yung mga mercury drugs is hindi niya inaalaw sa loob ng SM because of that small beginnings ni Henry C. Na meron siyang sapatero kasi si Henry C, no? Meron siyang maliit na shoe, parang shoe na naka-return or something tapos nandun siya sa gilid ng mercury na pinaalis siya, no? Na hindi siya pinayagan and from that parang from that failure, from that parang uh, this discrimination that he experienced, parang hindi niya ginamit yun for him to stop, no? So he started expanding step by step until SM malls become the biggest in the country, no? And from that ano no from that example of Henry C, no, we can really see na hindi siya tumigil from that failure na na-experience niya. And kita naman natin ngayon kung gaano ka-successful ang SM, no? So siguro yung nagpaalis sa kanya ng mga taga Mercury, sobrang laki na ng pagsisisi o kaya ngayon may kompetensya silang Watsons, no? So yun. So and also we can also use Tony Tan Capchong once again as an example of action, no, switching from ice cream to hot meals, no? Na kung hindi siya nag-take action na mag-offer ng burger, ng chicken, then wala tayong Jollibee ngayon na tinatambayan natin, no? Na 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 minamahal nating orderan ngayon, no? So, and the reason why Jollibee, the reason why SM becomes successful because the entrepreneurs no started from doing an action. Okay? So actions are visible, no? Or itong mga example na to na itong mga tao na in example ko, these are entrepreneurs or these entrepreneurs were not invisible dreamers because they were visible doers. No? So actions are visible, nakikita ng tao kung ano yung ginagawa mo. And it's through your actions that your entrepreneurial side shows up. No? Kahit sa maliit na bagay, like starting a small online shop, experimenting with a new idea, or even joining a contest with your prototype, action shows that you are not just a dreamer. You are a doer. Okay? Questions? Everything's clear? Sipon ako. Can I see thumbs up if everything's clear? Okay, no? So kung kayo, once again, if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur in the future, uh, dapat hindi lang kayo yung magsasabi na I want to be successful someday, I want to be an entrepreneur, pero you're you're just planning but you're not doing any action, then you will not be successful. No, kasi without actions, ideas are only dreams. Okay? Okay. Sige, if everything's clear with this part, no questions, no clarifications, let's go with the next one. Okay. No? So, let's go with the second one, which is, ayan pala, nandiyan pa yung mga, may slide pala akong prepare. Yeah. So, yan yung mga diniscuss ko kanina, no? Risk-taking, yung, you are not a reckless risk taker, but you are a calculated risk taker. No? Innovation, making product service better, different, or more or useful. Solving problems, seeing opportunities while others see problems, visibility, because action is something people can see, not just hear about. Okay? Sige, let's go with the next one, which is the attributes. Okay, so after the actions, meron tayong tinatawag na attributes, no? So attributes, these are the qualities or traits of entrepreneurs, such as being proactive, being adaptable, and being resilient. Okay, so basically, no, in these attributes, these are the qualities or traits that entrepreneurs usually have. Okay, kung yung sa dinidiscuss natin kanina na actions, no, yung mga visible na actions, yung mga actions na kailangan gawin ng entrepreneurs, those are external. External siya, ibig sabihin it's visible from the outside. Ito namang attributes na ito, these are internal within the entrepreneurs, no? Because attributes are the personal qualities or traits that entrepreneurs carry with them. No, and these are not just what they do, but who they are. Kasi kung sa action kanina, action is more on what entrepreneurs do. Dito naman, who entrepreneurs are, who they are. Okay? So earlier, tulad nga na sinabi ko kanina, we said that actions are things that entrepreneurs do. No, the visible moves, the steps that you can observe. But in attributes, these are different because these are the things inside entrepreneurs. No, so once again, attributes, these are the qualities, the traits, and the mindsets, no, that shape how entrepreneurs behave. Okay? So kung yung entrepreneurial actions are like the branches and fruits of a tree, the attributes are the roots. No, you don't see them right away, but they are the reason the tree stands tall and produces something valuable. No, so entrepreneurs are not just people who do things; they are people with a certain inner drive or with a set of traits, no, that help them to keep going. No, even when things get tough, no, even when things get hard, no, and without these inner attributes, without these actions, or without these inner attributes ng mga entrepreneurs, kahit may action ka na ginagawa, actions will not last long, or it's not enough na meron ka na action lang yung ginagawa mo. Pero if you don't have this entrepreneurial attributes, hindi ka rin magsasucceed. No? Uh, you can start a small business today, but if you don't have resilience, one failure might make you quit, no? You can try innovating, but without creativity, your idea might just blend in with the rest, no? So in these attributes, meron tayong tatlo na kailangan nating i-consider. Unang-una, being proactive or proactiveness. Pangalawa, adaptable. And pangatlo, being resilient. Can we check the next slide, please? I think nandyan yan. Ayan, okay. No? So these are the different entrepreneurial attributes, no, na dapat meron tayo. The first one is the proactiveness. Anyone here who has an idea what do we mean when we say proactiveness? Can I call on Gonzalez? Any idea when we say proactiveness?
Sir, sorry po. Pwede po ulit yung question. Thank you po.
The first entrepreneurial attribute is the proactiveness. Based on your own definition or based on your own knowledge, what do you think is the relationship of proactiveness as one of the entrepreneurial attribute?
Um, Based on my opinion po, sir, is kailangan po is maging pro ka sa mga ginagawa mo. Like, alam mo po yung dapat na gawin sa mga dapat na kilos or dapat mas pulido po yung ginagawa mo.
Okay, alam ang gagawin at kulido ang gagawin. Okay. How about you, Krisha? Krisha? Nandiyan ka ba, Krisha? Krisha? Last call?
Ako po, sir.
Ay, hindi. Sino ba yun? Nasaan na yun? Naka-off cam. Si Fernandez. Yung naka-off cam yung tinatawag ko. Yung mga naka-on cam, you're safe. Di ba yung sabi ko sa orientation, safe yung mga naka-on cam. Ang priority natin for recitation is yung mga naka-off cam. Ayan. Fernandez, you're there? Last call? Last call for Fernandez? Kung hindi ka makapag-open ng mic, maybe you can give us a hint. Click any reaction. Wala si Krisha. Okay. How about you, Lawrence? Lawrence, you're
Hello,
there?
sir. Rinig po ba?
Yep, yep.
Para po sa akin, sir, ang proactive po, pagiging handa.
Pagiging handa. Okay. Yeah, yung sinabi nyo, it's medyo malapit na, no? Pero pag sinabi kasi nating proactive, as the first big attribute of an entrepreneur, pag sinabi nating proactive or proactiveness, no, to be proactive means you don't just sit around waiting for things to happen. You make things happen, no? And entrepreneurs with this trait don't wait for opportunities to land on their lap. They go out and they create them. Kaya proactive. Kabaliktaran ng procrastinating. Ang procrastinating kasi is parang parang, yeah, pwede natin sabihin kabaliktaran ng procrastinating, pero yun nga, being proactive, kumbaga parang hindi ka naghihintay ng opportunity. Ikaw yung gagawa ng opportunity mo. That's being proactive. Okay? For example, bigyan ko kayo ng example. Kunwari, one of your classmates wants to earn extra money para pandagdag sa allowance, pambili ng mga kailangang gamit. If they're not entrepreneurial, they might just wait and hope to get hired for a part-time job. Okay, for example, meron kayong classmates na kailangan ng extra money. Tapos kapag mag-iintay lang siya na offeran siya ng part-time job or bigyan siya ng pera, hindi ka proactive. Pero kung proactive ka and you wanted to earn extra money because you needed money for your allowance, parang kung proactive ka, you'll start asking, ano kaya yung pwede kong ibenta? Maybe you start selling baked goods or school supplies or digital services like layout design or mag-tutor ka. No, so right, that action there, that's being proactive. Hindi yung mag-iintay ka lang ng opportunity. Ikaw yung gagawa ng sarili mong opportunity. Kung for example, as a student ka and you want to earn extra money, syempre being proactive is ikaw na mismo yung gagawa ng paraan para magkapera ka. Yun yung tinatawag natin na proactive. Okay? Pero kasi kung mag-iintay ka lang, it's not proactive. Okay? So pag ikaw yung gagawa ng opportunity, mag-iisip ka ng paraan for you to have that opportunities, that's being proactive. No? Um, kapag meron kang nakikitang need, may nakikita kang possibility, you take the first step instead of waiting for someone else. That's being proactive, no? So yun yung unang ano, no, unang attributes, no, na dapat meron ng isang entrepreneur, no? Uh, and proactiveness is an attribute that separates dreamers from doers. Okay? So after the proactiveness, meron tayong tinatawag na adaptability. Okay? Uh, in your own words, ano naman kaya ang ibig sabihin nitong adaptability? For you, what do you mean by adaptability? Let's call on Justin. Justin? Justin, nandiyan ka? Justin Santillan? Wala. Sige, how about you, Raven? You're late. Raven? Raven? Wala din si Raven? Wala si Justin? Amata? Amata? Yes, Amata? Answer my question. Ayan na, hindi ka nakikinig ha. My question is, what do you mean by adaptability? Based from your own opinion or based from your own words, bakit kaya the second attribute of being an entrepreneur after being proactive is adaptability? Ano kaya ang kinalaman ng attribute na adaptability for being an entrepreneur? Bata, can't you open your mic? Sige, Lawrence, go ahead.
Para sa akin, sir, adaptability. Marunong ka dapat mag-adjust sa environment. O kaya, sumabay ka sa trend para mag-grow yung business mo. Yun lang po.
Okay. How about you, Abigail?
For me po, sir, same lang po kay Lawrence. Ito po yung parang ability po ng tao na makapag-adjust agad sa situation or sa changes na environment.
Okay, exactly. No, that is the definition of adaptability, no? Kasi 'di ba nga no, the world is always changing. Trends come and go. Technology advances. Even pandemic happened, no? And baka may mga other pang mga paparating na mga same thing like pandemic pero wag naman sana. Pero yun nga. Since there are a lot of unexpected things that's happening, the world is always changing, the trends come and go. technology advances, may mga ang daming advancements sa technology right now, may mga AI. No, and entrepreneurs must be adaptable. If you're not adaptable, you'll be left behind. Okay? When it comes sa mga technologies na lang, no? Kung if you are an entrepreneur who don't want to adapt with the technological advancements, technically, mapag-iiwanan ka if you were not able to adapt. Okay? Remember the pandemic or during the pandemic, no, before 2020, many restaurants relied purely on dine-in customers. When lockdown hits, a lot of them had no choice but to adapt. No, they shifted to deliveries, they partnered with riders, they shifted on using their social media platforms like Facebook or Instagram for online ordering, no? And the ones who were quick to adapt to that advancement or are who adapted, no, to that changes, they survived. And the ones who refused to change, ano nangyari sa kanila? They closed down, no? Um, Another example that we can use is yung Angkas, no? Their business model was heavily challenged by regulations. No, every few months it felt like they were about to shut down. But instead of giving up, no, they keep adapting. They keep rebranding, they keep negotiating with government, no, launching advocacy campaigns, and even training their riders, no, to meet yung mga yung strictong safety standards. No? So that adaptability allowed them to stay relevant and be trusted by the community, by the commuters or by the users. No? In simple terms, kapag sinabi nating adaptability as an entrepreneurial attribute or being adaptable means you bend but you don't break. No? Parang kawayan, di ba? Kawayan yung masasabi natin na example of adaptability. No? When storms came, no, instead of snapping, no, the bamboo bends and sways with the wind, no, then strengthens back after the storm, no. So entrepreneurs need also need that kind of flexibility. No, we need to adapt. Okay? And kayo, no, even kayo as a student, even in your life as students, no, adaptability matters. No, imagine you prepared all night for a face-to-face presentation, no, then suddenly the power goes out or your professor says, mag-switch na lang tayo online. Then if you panic and say, sir, di po pwede. Uh, kasi parang nag-prepare ka. But if you adapt, no, you record on your phone and send it through Messenger or you improvise, you survive. No? So that's the entrepreneurial spirit. Be adaptable. Be always have this adaptability. Okay? So after proactiveness, after adaptability, meron tayong tinatawag na resilience. Okay? Bakit kailangan ng entrepreneur ng attributes ng resilience? No, because entrepreneurship is not easy. There will be failures, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina. There will be days when no one buys from you, but entrepreneurs are resilient. They bounce back after setbacks. If kung yung attribute na adaptability is about adjusting to change, itong attribute naman na ito ng resilience is about bouncing back after failure. No? And trust me, yung mga failures are part of entrepreneurship. No one succeeds all the time. Kailangan mong maging resilient. Okay? Kasi kung hindi ka maging resilient, if you easily break down from one failure, uh, then eventually you'll not succeed, no, in the business, no, that you wanted to start up. No? So resilience is not about ignoring failure, but about learning from your failures. If your first online shop doesn't sell, kung hindi maging mabenta, kung hindi kung hindi maging mabenta yung una mong business na itatayo, don't quit, no? You tweak your product, baka possible, baka pwedeng ibang product yung i-offer mo or baka may mga babaguhin ka, try different marketing approach or learn new skills, no? And remember, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you always have to remember or you always have to remind yourself that failure is not the opposite of success because failure is part of success. Okay, clear po ba tayo? Questions? Everything's clear? Can you see heart react if everything's clear? Okay. So after resilience, meron tayong tinatawag na creativity. Okay? When we say creativity, possible most of you, or kasi most people, pag sinabing creativity, most people think about art, music, or design, no? But pag sinabi nating entrepreneurial creativity, it's broader. No, it's about seeing connections that others don't see, or finding new solutions using the resources you already have. Okay? So yun yung tinatawag natin na ano, yun yung tinatawag natin na creativity. Okay? Um, and pag sinabi natin creativity, it doesn't have to be something totally new. No? Kadalasan, pag sinabi natin creativity, it's just about combining old ideas in a new way, like kung ano yung ginawa ng Mang Inasal, like how Mang Inasal combined barbecue with unlimited rice. No, it wasn't an invention, hindi siya technology related, hindi siya ganun ka-creative masyado. That has something to do with arts, no? That has something to do with design, but uh that ano that idea of combining that ideas, it was creative and it worked, no? Kaya naging successful yung um, Mang Inasal. Um, okay, questions about creativity? Can I see thumbs up if everything's clear? Okay. So after creativity, meron tayong attributes build trust here, no? So these attributes, no, make people trust entrepreneurs. Because syempre, investors invest in them, no? Customers buy from them and employees follow them because they show proactiveness, they show adaptability, they show resilience, and they show creativity, no? But here's the powerful part, no? These attributes, the proactiveness, the adaptability, the resilience, the creativity are just are not just nice to have qualities because they actually build trust, no? So if you're an investor, kung investor ka, let's say for example, investor ka, you wanted to invest in money, would you put your money into someone who gives up easily? Siyempre hindi. 'Di ba? You'd look for someone that is resilient. If you're a customer, would you buy from a business that can't adjust when things go wrong? Siyempre hindi. 'Di ba? You choose someone that is adaptable. No, that's why these attributes matter. No, and people don't just invest in ideas, they invest in entrepreneurs. No, and customers don't just buy products, they buy the story and they buy the trustworthiness of the person behind the business. No? So employees don't just work for money, they work for leaders that they believe in. No? And attributes, no? Itong mga attributes na ito, who you are inside, make all the difference. Okay? So, yan yung ano, no? Yan yung mga attributes na dapat meron tayo, no? In order for us, or if you want, no? To be successful entrepreneurs in the future. Okay? So, pwede natin gamitin example ulit si Henry C, no? That has all of these attributes, no? Kasi si Henry C, yung pinaka talagang most inspiring Filipino stories of all na makikitaan natin itong mga entrepreneurial attributes na to, no? And we all know him as the man behind SM, no? But few remember that he started with almost nothing, no? And kung isa-search ninyo, no, kung babasahin niyo yung life story or yung rags to riches story ni Henry C, no, he came to the Philippines from China as a poor boy and he sold shoes in Manila to survive. No, nagbebenta lang siya ng sapatos and he just opened a small store. And little by little, that small stall, small shoe it become SM malls, no? And what keep him going, of course, yung attributes na meron siya. Unang-una yung resilience, no? Resilience because during the time that he is starting, he faced na-encounter niya yung or naabutan niya yung mga different wars, no? He experienced poverty, he experienced business setbacks, but he didn't quit. Hindi siya sumuko, hindi siya tumigil. No, adaptability, when he saw opportunities beyond shoes, he expanded into retail and later on it became malls. No, proactiveness because he didn't wait for someone to rescue him, he created his own path. No, creativity because he envisioned a shopping mall culture when most people thought it was impossible in the Philippines. No, so from one shoe store to chain of malls across the country, no, that's not just action. That's hindi lang action yung ginawa ni Henry C. No, meron din siyang attributes that helped him to be successful. No, he faced challenges, but instead of giving up, he adjusted, he persisted, and he kept spotting opportunities. Now, from one small shoe store, no, he built what we now know as SM malls. No? So, yung ginawa ni Henry C, yung example ni Henry C, that's not just about action. It's also about attributes. Okay? Questions? Ano, malinaw po sa lahat itong attributes na to? Can you see thumbs up if everything's clear? Okay, no? Sige, if you don't have any question, if you don't have any clarification, ako may question and may clarification ako. Okay? I'll give you an example and you tell me what attributes is used or applied in the example. Okay? Which attribute do you think helped Angkas survive despite regulatory challenges? Ano kaya sa mga attributes na to yung nakatulong kay Angkas for Angkas to survive despite yung pinagdaanan niyang mga regulatory challenges? Yes, Leo?
Resilience po sir kasi hindi po sila basta-basta nag-give up despite dun sa mga obstacles na napagdaanan nila just to stay running.
Okay, resilience. What else? Yes, Trinidad? Yep,
For me po, sir, nung ano po, adaptability po. Parang
adaptability. Bakit
nag-ano po
adaptability?
kasi sila. May mga issue po kasi sila, di ba? And then parang mas nag-ano po sila, nag-innovate po sila ng mga bago nung sa mga driver po nila.
Exactly, no? So the dominant attribute, no, na talaga nakatulong kay Angkas despite the regulatory challenges. Kasi yun yung parang naging problem nila, no, na parang hindi inaalaw yung business model nila because kailangan nilang mag-adapt dun sa regulatory ng LTFRB, ng LTO, no? So the dominant attribute na nakatulong sa kanila talaga is the adaptability because they keep adjusting their business models, complying with new rules, and finding ways for them to continue serving commuters. Okay? Sige, another example, um, which attribute helped small online sellers thrive during pandemic when face-to-face businesses were struggling? Which attribute helps small online sellers to thrive or to continue during the pandemic when face-to-face businesses were struggling? What attribute? Let's call on Ray. Ray Ambrosio? Ray Ambrosio, nandiyan ka? Wala? Last call. Raven. Raven. Marty. Marty. Lawrence.
Paulit po ng question, sir.
Ba yan? Di kayo nakikinig? 2 beses ko nang inulit. Sige, which attribute helped small online sellers thrive during the pandemic when face-to-face businesses were struggling? Which attribute helped small online sellers to thrive during pandemic when face-to-face businesses were struggling? Sige, Jolly. Jolly.
I think, sir, creativity po.
Okay, creativity. Bakit?
I mean, kasi po, ano, online lang
Bakit?
tayo and then
Pakita
they
mo kaya
have
yung mukha mo, Jolly.
answer.
Baba pa. Gamay, okay lang yan.
Okay na po.
Sige, go ahead. Sige, go ahead.
Creativity po. Kasi need nilang mag-think ng ways para ma-attract yung mga buyers nila and so on po. Kasi syempre lahat ng tao nun, nagke-create sila tapos ginagaya lang nila. So you need to be creative, unique. Kailangan to maging unique yung creativity mo para makasell din. Yun po.
Okay, thank you. How about you, Mariel? Bakit adaptability yung sagot mo?
Sir, nagbago na po yung sagot ko. Creativity na rin po.
Sige. Bakit creativity?
Kasi despite pandemic po, umisip po, umisip po sila ng new way para makabenta po. So,
Aha.
that's unique.
Okay.
Thank you po.
Okay, thank you. How about you, Maxine? Bakit resilience ang sagot mo?
Ano po, sir? Like, natutunan nilang um, gumawa ng, yun nga, resilience and creativity din. Yun, despite the pandemic. Kumbaga, um, tinuloy lang nila, sir.
Okay. How about you, Michelle? Bakit resilience? Re- Michelle, bakit resilience? Wala si Michelle. Raven, bakit creativity yung sagot mo?
Sir. Nasabi na din po, since nung pandemic po, may kanya-kanya pong tactics yung mga online seller po. Tulad na
Mhm.
sir, may mga nagpapatawa po para maka-attract, may mga uma-acting. Ayun po, parang may kanya-kanya po silang, nagiging creative po sila.
Mhm. Okay, sige. Raven, pasabihan yung best friend mo ha. Ida-drop ko na siya. Malapit na.
Sige po.
Sino pa yun? How about Marian? Sige, what's your answer?
For
Ay,
me
sige, sige.
po, sir.
Sige, go. Ayan. Go, 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 go. Akala ko nahirapan
Parang,
ka mag-open eh. Sige.
parang ano po siya, combination po siya ng adaptability and creativity.
Okay.
Adaptability po, kasi at that time, like what you said po, nasa middle of crisis po tayo. So, kailangan po nilang mag-adjust kung paano nila masasell yung binibenta nilang clothes. And creativity po at the same time kasi they needed to make strategies or efforts po. Kasi unlike sa personal po, they can't just say na, ma'am, maganda to, bilhin niyo tong damit. Kasi hindi po yon papatukin or kakanain ng tao. At the same time, hindi po kasi nila nakikita yung quality ng damit. So they needed to make some strategies or efforts po. Ayun, doon po bumagsak yung creativity for me po.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, majority of your answers are all correct, no? But basically, the dominant attribute applied, no, in that situation is unang-una the resilience and pangalawa is the creativity, no? Creativity, i-add ko na lang yung mga na-mention nila because many of them turn to TikTok, turn to Shopee, turn to Facebook Live to reach customers and syempre kailangan nilang gumawa ng mga creative contents. Katulad ng sinabi ni Marian kasi online nga lang parang kasi 'di ba nauso din before yung yung expectation versus reality sa mga online orders. So that's why they need to be creative, no, in order for the customers to trust them, no? So yun, no? So no, see how important these attributes are, no? And itong mga attributes na ito, they're not abstract, but they are real qualities, no, that either make or break the entrepreneurs. Okay? So, let's go with the next slide. Let's go even deeper, no, which is beyond actions and beyond attributes is something even more powerful. Ito yung tinatawag natin na entrepreneurial mindset. Okay? So sabi dyan, entrepreneurial mindset refers to how do entrepreneurs think. Now, mindset, this is the most important part. The entrepreneurial mindset is the way entrepreneurs think, their attitude towards challenges, opportunities, and failures. No? So once again, pag sinabi nating entrepreneurial mindset, this is how do entrepreneurs think. And this is perhaps the most important because all actions and attributes start from the mind. No? Kung paano ka mag-iisip, syempre ganun ka din kikilos. No? And you can have all the resources in the world, you can have all the money, you can have the technology, even you can even have the talent, but if your mindset is weak, you will not succeed. No? On the other hand, if you have little to start with, but if your mindset is strong, you will keep moving forward until you make something happen for your business. No? So entrepreneurs are different not because of what they own, but because of how they think, no? So basically, their mindset sets them apart. Okay? And dito sa mindset na to, meron tayong ano no, meron tayong mga different factors of consideration. Can we go to the next slide please, Marian? Yan, no? So meron tayong mga tinatawag na opportunity focused mindset. Meron tayong mindset for orientation or growth oriented. Embracing failure as feedback, courageous but calculated and long-term thinking. No, ito yung sa mga entrepreneurial mindset na dapat na-develop natin, no, sa mga isip natin or the way how we think, no? Simulan natin sa opportunity focus. Okay? Opportunity focus is one of the clearest parts of the entrepreneurial mindset, no? Because most people see problems kasi yun yung parang nature natin eh. Kapag may nakikita tayong problema, anong una natin ginagawa? We complain. Nagrereklamo tayo. Okay? But entrepreneurs, when they see problems, they think of solutions. They think of or they see problem as an opportunity. No? Kung may makita kang problema as an entrepreneur, usually ang nagiging mindset mo, pwede kaya itong gawing negosyo or pwede kaya itong gawing gawa ng solusyon. No? For example, yung traffic. Okay? If you ask most people, they'll say na nakakainis yung traffic, ang haba ng pila, ang init, sayang oras. But an entrepreneur thinks differently. No, they might say that traffic is a problem, but where there's a problem, there's a business opportunity. Pwede kaya akong gumawa ng carpooling app or pwede kaya akong mag-offer ng shuttle service or pwede kaya akong magbenta ng snacks sa mga stranded commuters, no? So that's mindset. Instead of complaining, as entrepreneurs, you should look for opportunities. Okay? So, ano, no? For example, kunwari, gamitan natin ng example, kunwari, yung mga water refilling stations. Now, back then, many communities had trouble na magkaroon ng access sa clean drinking water. Most people just complained or relied on unsafe sources, but entrepreneurs saw an opportunity. No, they opened water refilling businesses, and today it's one of the most common small businesses across the country. No, see the difference, same problem but different mindset. Okay, that's the opportunity focused mindset. Pangalawa, mindset of growth, being growth oriented. Okay? So entrepreneurs are growth oriented. Kapag sinabi natin growth oriented, this means that they don't settle with pwede na, or they are always asking, how can I improve this? How can I learn more? Or how can I make this better? No? So pag sinabi natin growth mindset or growth oriented, hindi ka nasasatisfy sa pwede na to, okay na to, bahala na, no? If you're the other way around, no, if you are asking, ano ba yung pwede kong gawin to improve this, or what I can learn more, or how can I make this better, meron, kapag ganun ka mag-isip, you are growth-oriented. No? So as an entrepreneur who is a growth-oriented, you believe that skills can be developed, talents can be improved, and businesses can grow. Okay? So yun yung tinatawag natin na ano na growth-oriented. And entrepreneurs don't stop at enough. They push for growth. Okay? And I don't know if you're familiar with Carol Dweck. Kasi si Carol Dweck, meron siyang tinatawag na concept of growth mindset versus fixed mindset. No, since mindset yung pinag-uusapan natin, isip ko lang. Carol Dweck's concept of growth mindset versus fixed mindset comes in. Pag sinabi nating fixed mindset, ikaw yung tipo ng tao na ay hindi ko to kayang gawin. Hindi ako magaling dito. Hindi ko kaya yan. Yun yung tinatawag natin na fixed mindset. Pag sinabi naman natin growth mindset, you'll probably see na I can't do this yet, but I can learn. Hindi ko alam gawin yan, pero pwede ko namang itry. Hindi ko alam gawin yan, pero susubukan ko. Yun yung tinatawag natin na growth mindset. No, and in this mindset, dapat yung mindset natin is more on growth mindset rather than the fixed mindset. Pag sinabi kasi nating fixed mindset, kumbaga parang nakafix na sa isip mo na, ay, hindi ko kaya yan, ayoko. Hindi ko alam yan. Yun yung fixed mindset. Pero kung for example, you say that hindi ko kaya yan but I wanted to learn, I can't do this but I want to know it, yun yung tinatawag natin na growth mindset. And if you want to be an entrepreneur, no, in the entrepreneurial mindset, dapat yun yung meron ka, the growth-oriented mindset. Okay? And no, so that's the entrepreneurial that is the proper no entrepreneurial way of thinking. No, that entrepreneurs live with a growth mindset rather than the fixed mindset. Okay? Because growth mindset equals growth business. Okay? Let's go with the third one, no, embracing failure as feedback. Okay? So entrepreneurs embrace failure as feedback. Now, because karamihan ng tao, for sure, even kayo, majority sa inyo, you fear failure. Sino nga ba naman ang hindi takot sa failure? Now, most people fear failure, no? But for entrepreneurs, failure means, or for majority of the people, pag sinabi nilang failure, tapos na, tama na, end na. But entrepreneurs reframe it. No, for them, failure is not the end. No, so that's how they accept failure. It's just a feedback for them to grow, no, for them to improve. No, so yun yung tinatawag natin na ano no, na mindset na dapat meron ng entrepreneur. They should embrace failure as feedback. Pag nagkamali ka, wag mong isipin na tapos na, end game na, no? Dead end na. No, pag if you have this entrepreneurial mindset na in every failure na may experience mo, you use it as a feedback for you to start over again, no? So that's the entrepreneurial mindset. Pag meron kang failure, pag naka-experience ka ng failure, failure is not a dead end, but it's a detour. no? Kasi baka possible, may mga iba ka pang pwedeng daanan, no? Kapag tingin mo dead end na, pwede kang mag-detour, bumalik ka, maghanap ka ng iba mong dadaanan. That's the entrepreneurial mindset. Okay? Courageous but calculated. Uh, no, this is also an important part of the entrepreneurial mindset, no? Being courageous but calculated. No, kasi some people think entrepreneurs are reckless. No, like gamblers who just throw money at ideas, but that's not true, no? Because entrepreneurs are brave. Yes, no, but their bravery is paired with calculation. Katulad ng sinabi ko kanina when it comes to taking risks. Pag nagtitake ka ng risk, it's not the risky or reckless risk-taking, but it should be the calculated risk. No, parang ano, parang sa chess. No, for sure, majority sa inyo alam kung or marunong maglaro ng chess. Di ba? Pag naglalaro ka ng chess, hindi ka basta galaw lang ng galaw. No, you think ahead. You calculate the risk. You ask. No, if this move fails, what's my backup plan? No? So that's the courageous but calculated. Okay? So entrepreneurs are not reckless, they are thrill seekers, no? They are courageous planners. Okay? Long-term planning, no, this is kasi most people only think about the short term, no? Yun yung kadalasang thinking ng ibang tao, ang iniisip natin yung short term. Magkano kaya yung kikitain ko ngayon? No, but entrepreneurs think long term. What foundation am I building for the future? No? Kasi yes, they may start small with little profit at first, but they're always thinking big picture. No, they always ask, how can this grow in 5 years? Or how can this grow in 10 years? How can this become sustainable? No? For example, no, yung sari-sari store owners who just focus on daily profit usually remain sari-sari store owners. But those with long-term vision expand into mini groceries, no, then into franchise and eventually into larger grocery stores, no? So yan yung ano no, yung isa sa mindset na dapat yung meron ang isang entrepreneur. Pag mag-start ka ng business, it should not only for short term, it should be for a long term. You should have that long-term thinking mindset, no? So once again, pag sinabi nating entrepreneurial mindset, this is where we talk about how entrepreneurs think, no? And one of the most important framework dito, no, is yung framework ni Carol Dweck. No, Dweck spelled as Dweck kasi lalabas yan sa midterm exam ninyo. No, Carol Dweck's concept of fixed mindset versus growth mindset, no? Um, ayan, no? So questions. Questions? Can we check if meron pa tayong next slide? Okay, no? Okay, no? So, before we proceed, no, with this importance of entrepreneurship, if we're going to put all the actions, the attributes, and mindsets together, no, you get the behavior, no, that distinguishes an entrepreneur from an ordinary worker or even from another business owner who lacks these traits, no? So when you combine those three attributes, the actions, the attributes, the mindsets, you definitely got, no, or you will definitely get an entrepreneurial behavior, no? Uh, and once again, no, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, um, entrepreneurial behavior is not about the business itself. No, it's about how you as a person behave in relation to opportunities and challenges. Okay? Now let's go with the importance of entrepreneurial behavior. Bakit importante itong mga itong diniscuss natin or itong pinag-uusapan natin na action, the attributes and the mindset, no? Because the next question now is why does those entrepreneurial behavior matter? Bakit kailangan nating malaman? Bakit kailangan nating matutunan kung ano itong mga entrepreneurial behavior na to, no? So these are the 4 big reasons why entrepreneurial behavior matters. Unang-una, as you can read from the slide, it drives innovation. Pangalawa, it fuels economic growth. Pangatlo, it leads to personal and professional growth. Pang-apat, it builds resilience in society. no? So let's identify this reasons no why entrepreneurship is important or why entrepreneurial behavior matters. Okay? Unang-una, it drives innovation. Pa-check nga kung meron tayong definition ng bawat isa. Hindi ko kasi matandaan. Sige, balik na ulit, balik. Ayan, no? It drives innovation. Most innovations in our world today, no, whether it's the smartphone in your pocket, online delivery services, or even simple apps like GCash, no, came from entrepreneurs who exhibited innovative behavior. Okay? So from the word innovation, no, let's start with the word innovation. When you hear innovation, you might think of high-tech inventions like the iPhone, electric cars, or AI-powered chatbots like GPT, no, Gemini, lalo na ngayon, Gemini, nakakatakot na yung Gemini ngayon, no? Lalo na nitong previous weeks, trending yung mga photo-generated Gemini pics, no? So that's also part of innovation, no? But innovation, pag sinabi nating innovation in terms of entrepreneurship, eh, uh, innovation doesn't always mean something high-tech or something complicated. No, because at its core, pag sinabi nating innovation, innovation means doing something new or improving something that already exists. No? So why is entrepreneurial behavior so tied to innovation? Okay? Because entrepreneurs don't just accept things as they are. They constantly ask questions like, what if there's a better way, or what if we make this cheaper, mas mura, mas mabilis, or more convenient, or what if we solve this problem differently, no? So yung mga questions na yon, that questioning attitude paired with the courage to take action definitely leads to innovation, no? Kaya yan yung isa sa unang importance, no? It drives innovation, no? Pwede natin gamitin example dyan ulit yung GCash, no, and yung PayMaya, no? So these are Filipino innovations, no, that adapted to our local needs. No, kasi syempre nung wala pang GCash, nung wala pang PayMaya, many Filipinos don't have credit cards, but almost everyone has a smartphone, no? So bago na introduce yung mga mobile wallets na ito, no, people had to line up sa mga bangko, or people need to go to remittance centers. 'Di ba? Kung kailangan magpadala ng pera, lalo na sa mga nasa provinces, minsan kailangan pa nilang lumuwas sa mga bayan-bayan nila para pumunta sa mga remittance center like Palawan, ano pa ba, Palawan, Cebuana, Emluelger, no? But because majority of the Filipinos are using mobile or smartphones already, so it gives rise to using GCash and PayMaya na although ang disadvantage nun parang nalugi naman yung mga Cebuana, no, yung mga Palawan, yung mga Imluelier, kasi majority of the Filipinos shifted to that innovation, but it's an opportunity for GCash, it's an opportunity for PayMaya, no? So GCash allowed Filipinos to send money, pay bills, or even invest, no, using just the smartphones, no? So that's innovation responding to the needs of people who wanted convenience, who wanted accessibility. No, and providing that mobile wallets, no, they transform the way people transact. No? So, um, pag sinabi din nating innovation, and it can even be as small as a new menu item, no, sa mga local karinderya, like when a vendor decides to add milk tea or Korean inspired na mga dishes because they notice the trend, no? So, pag sinabi nating innovation in entrepreneurship, hindi lang yun yung related sa mga high-tech, no, or complicated na mga technologies or machines. It can also mean improvements or adjustments. Okay? And bakit importante, or why driving innovation matters, no? Because societies, no, that encourage entrepreneurial behavior keep progressing, and societies that discourage entrepreneurial behavior, or communities that are afraid to change get stuck, no? And imagine if no one had the courage to innovate beyond landline telephones before. No, possible we'd still be waiting at home for a call instead of having instant communication in our cell phones. no? So entrepreneurial behavior matters because it keeps the world moving forward. It helps us to experience different innovation. Okay? So entrepreneurial behavior matters because innovation doesn't happen by accident. It happens because someone dares to challenge the status quo, kumbaga, no? It's easy to accept the way things are, and it's harder to ask why can't it be better, or and then make action on that question, no? So entrepreneurs constantly practice this kind of thinking. And societies that encourage this innovation, it stays dynamic, it stays competitive, and it stays relevant, no? Sa ano kasi it stays relevant sa rapidly changing technology advances na meron tayo, no? So that's the first importance, no, why entrepreneurship matters, no? Because every time entrepreneurs came up with a better, smarter, or more creative way of doing something, no, they are practicing, no, this entrepreneurial behavior. Okay. Next one is it fuels economic growth. Bakit it fuels economic growth? No, it's because entrepreneurs create businesses, di ba? Yung mga entrepreneurs, nag-create sila ng businesses, and those businesses that they create jobs. And jobs drive spending. And spending drives the economy. Now, so without entrepreneurial behavior, definitely economies, hindi gagalaw yung economy natin, magiging stagnant lang siya. No? So that's the reason kung bakit or that's the other importance, no, of entrepreneurship. It fuels economic growth. Okay? Kasi yun yung cycle kumbaga, na dahil may mga entrepreneurs, dahil may entrepreneurship, it really helps the government basically, no? Kasi ang pinaka cycle, no, kapag gumawa yung entrepreneurs ng business, yung business makakailangan ng trabaho. Yung trabaho can create income. And dahil may income, it creates spending. And because of the spending, it drives our economy. So yun yung chain, kumbaga. No? Kaya it fuels economic growth. No? And kung sabihin na natin, if entrepreneurial behavior doesn't exist, pag naging stagnant yung economy, walang cycle sa economy, then there would be lesser jobs, lesser innovation, slower progress. Okay? And even if you don't see yourself as a future business owner, you also benefit from entrepreneurial behavior, no? Because every job you'll apply for, exists because some entrepreneur once had the courage to start that business. Okay? Now, so in a way, entrepreneurs are the engines of the economy. Okay? Pangatlo, it leads to personal and professional growth. Okay? Because even if you never start your own business, having an entrepreneurial mindset can help you become more successful in your chosen career path. No? So companies today look for employees who think like entrepreneurs, people who can solve problems, people who can take initiative, and people who can add value beyond what is required. No? So kahit hindi kayo mag-start ng business, even if you never plan to start your own business, having an entrepreneurial mindset can make you stand out in your career. Okay, bakit? Now, because companies today are looking for employees who act like entrepreneurs. Now, because they want people who solve problems instead of just pointing them out. No, employees want people who take initiative instead of waiting for instructions. Employees want people who add value beyond what is required. No, so no, kaya that's the importance, no? The other importance na ibibigay ng entrepreneurship when it comes to professional growth. And the last one, it builds resilience in society, no? Gagamitin ulit nating example yung pandemic, no? Na during the COVID-19 pandemic, many traditional jobs disappeared. Sino lang yung mga nakasurvive, no? Yung mga nakasurvive lang, it was those with entrepreneurial behavior, no? People who found new ways to earn, like selling online, offering delivery services, or shifting to digital platforms, no? So in this resilience, no, builds resilience in society. Katulad ng sinabi natin kanina, resilience means the ability to bounce back from challenges, from crisis, or from failures. And if there's one thing we've learned from the recent years, lalo na nung pandemic, it's that life is full of unexpected challenges, no? So during the COVID-19 pandemic, millions lost their jobs, entire industry shut down, and yes, meron pa rin mga nakasurvive, but not because they had stable jobs, but because they had that entrepreneurial behaviors, no? So even outside of crisis, no, entrepreneurial behavior makes society stronger. No, it teaches people not to rely solely on one source of income, no, or one skill or one path. No, instead, no, they learn to adapt, they learn to diversify, and they learn to reinvent themselves when necessary, no? And kayo as a students, even as students, no, resilience might mean bouncing back from a failed subject or a failed project or a bad grade or even a personal setback, no? So practicing entrepreneurial behavior like problem solving, risk taking, and persistence no will make you stronger no in the face of challenges. And entrepreneurial behavior no equips people to bounce back from setbacks because it trains you no to think flexibly, to see opportunities where others see dead ends, no, and for you to take calculated risks in uncertain environments, no, and it's the opposite of passivity. No, being passive, PASSIV, no? IVITI, passivity, no? Instead of waiting for things to get better, entrepreneurs ask, ano yung pwede kong gawin ngayon with what I have, no? So that is resilience. No, so this resilience extends to society as a whole, no? So, a community na merong maraming entrepreneurial individuals is less vulnerable to crisis because its members can adapt and support one another, no? And for you personally, no, resilience shaped by entrepreneurial behavior means that when you face failures, whether it's a failed subject or a failed project or a low grade or a rejected job application, you will have the mindset to learn from it, to adapt from it, and to try again. No? So when we talk about entrepreneurial behavior once again, no, we are really talking about the skills and attitudes no, that help individuals, that helps businesses and the entire nations to survive and to thrive no, in a changing world. No? So to wrap up everything, no, if we're going to put everything together, why does entrepreneurial behavior matter? Unang-una, it drives innovation, no? Moving society forward with new ideas. It fuels economic growth, no? Creating jobs and opportunities. It leads to personal and professional growth, making you valuable in any career. And it builds resilience, no? Helping societies and individuals survive crisis. Okay? So, um, itong pinag-uusapan natin na to no na entrepreneurial behavior as a concept no don't just treat this entrepreneurial behavior as a concept in our subject no because you can ask yourself how can I practice this entrepreneurial behavior no maybe it's starting a small online business, or maybe leading your group project with creativity, or maybe taking initiative in your organization involvement. No, because remember no that entrepreneurial behavior isn't about whether you'll be the next Elon Musk or ikaw yung possible na next na Tony Tan Capchong, but it's about thinking differently. It's about acting boldly, and it's about adding value wherever you are, no? Because if you can do that, then whether you start a business or you work for a company or even work for the government, you'll always stand out, no? If ngayon pa lang kahit wala kayong planong mag-business, you start uh doing, no? You start having this entrepreneurial mindset, no? Because if you notice, no, those the four areas, no, na pinag-uusapan natin sa entrepreneurial behavior, the innovation, the growth, the development, the resilience are interconnected, no? Innovation creates growth, growth creates opportunities for personal development and resilience, allow us, no, both as individuals and part of societies to sustain progress, no, even in the face of setbacks, no? And at the heart of it all, no, is the entrepreneurial behavior, no, the mindset and actions of people, no, who refuse to accept limitations and instead choose to create or yeah, to create solutions, no? And as I close this lecture, this discussion for today, no, I want to emphasize something important for you guys. Know that once again, entrepreneurial behavior is not reserved for the chosen few, no? Na yung entrepreneurial behavior hindi lang siya para sa mga may planong magnegosyo or hindi lang siya para sa mga nagnenegosyo. It is not limited to those who dream of becoming CEOs or inventors or CEOs or entrepreneurs, no? Because entrepreneurial behavior, it is a skill. No, it is a mindset and a way of life, no, that anyone can cultivate kung gugustuhin nyo lang, no? So kayo as students, you can already begin practicing entrepreneurial behavior right now, no? You don't need millions of pesos or a fancy office. No, hindi nyo kailangan ng malaking pera para nasabing you have an investment para magnegosyo. No, as a student, you just need curiosity. No, you just need initiative. You just need creativity, and you need the courage to act. No, you can innovate in how you study, on how you manage your resources, or how you contribute to your community, and how you envision your own future. No, and if you can adapt this mindset early, ngayon pa lang bilang mga students, you'll possibly stand out in your careers. You'll also be prepared for the uncertainties of life, no? You will be more resilient, you will be more adaptable, and even more capable of turning challenges into opportunities, no? So, um, that's it. No? Kumbaga parang I want you to have this reminder or question to yourself na at the end of the day, no, entrepreneurial behavior is not about starting a business. It's about starting with yourself. Okay? Questions? Clear? Clarifications? None? Everything is clear? Sige, may next slide pa ata yan. Yan. Okay. Kung walang questions, ako may question ako. Yung mga questions ko nandyan sa code na yan. Okay? So, I want you guys to scan the QR code. And once you scan the QR code, you will be directed to a 15-item quiz. Kung sino lang po yung nandito sa Zoom link, nasa Zoom platform ngayon ang nandito, sila lang ang pwedeng mag-scan ng QR code. No? So I'm not encouraging everyone to screenshot the QR code at isi-send nyo sa GC ninyo. Kasi for sure yan yung gagawin ninyo. I-screenshot nyo yan, isi-send nyo sa GC nyo. O guys, may pa-quiz si sir. No, I don't want you to do that. Kung sino lang yung nasa Zoom ngayon, you're 23 here, sila lang yung may karapatang mag-scan ng QR code, sila lang yung may karapatang mag-take ng quiz, no? So this quiz is a 15-item quiz and you only have one attempt to take this. Bawal pag na-open nyo na yung form, bawal kayong mag-refresh, bawal kayong lumipat ng tab, bawal kayong mag-open ng isa pang tab kasi malulos yung progress ninyo. Pag nalos yung progress ninyo, hindi nyo na matitake yung quiz. Okay? So I'm giving you only 10 minutes to take this quiz. Timer starts now. So I have my timer here. I'll show you the timer. I only give you 10 minutes. Okay, last 1 minute. May isa pa na hindi pa nagsasubmit. Okay, time's up. Michelle, nakapag-submit ka ba? Hindi. Soriano?
Nakapag-submit po, sir.
Okay.
Sige po.
Sige, sino pa tong isang hindi pa? Meron pang isa, mag-submit ka na, i-close ko na to. Okay, sige, mukhang okay na lahat. 22. Ako pala yung pang 23. Sige, yun lang. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Marian, for sharing the, you can, ayan. So, clear naman po tayo sa discussion natin for today. We don't have